Look at that.
7th through 8th is going to be 520.
This helps me visualize the triangle.
Look at this.
The angles.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this shot.
Wing ball, 1 ball, 6 ball, 4 ball.
Every
Eyes
ball.
on the 2.
Wow. So we're back, guys. We're having some issues again with our internet connection, so do apologize. So we should be back live again on the same links, so you shouldn't have to change anything. So right now you're getting a look at what's left here in the final 4. Brandon Schuff and Justin Martin, who you just saw, they're into the final 4 winner side. You have Chip Klein and Russian Kenny in the final 4. So Chip's going to extend his lead here. Chip Klein leads 2-0. Scratch on the break there by the Russian. Yeah, Dylan, we have some questions from our viewers. Dylan Spoor is currently playing in a match with Kevin West. So we'll bring you that update as soon as we find out what's going on there. So Russian Kenny back at the table here. Pockets the 3-ball. So Russian obviously playing well here. So he's got the 7-8 combo that he'll have to navigate there. He can pocket the 6-ball here. Should be relatively elementary. So he is probably just overrolled it a little bit here. So it looks like he's going to be playing a billiard. So good shot there by Kenny Ruttman. Great shot to get himself around for the 9-ball. So there you have it. Kenny's able to get on the board. So Chip Klein leads 2-1. Alternating breaks, so Chip Klein will be here. And we're sorry that the stream cut out there, guys. Earlier having issues with the internet again on their end here at the venue. But just to let you know that Justin Martin did pull through and win that match. So he's on to the final 4. Wilkie will bounce to the B side. So he'll have to fight his way back. So he's currently locked up in a match now with Scott Haas. So,
I've never been able to see Chip play in person.
yeah, so I've actually taken about 4 or 5 lessons from Chip Klein.
Oh, yeah?
And he's just he's one of the great people of pool that I've met. Very nice guy, super knowledgeable. A lot of the pros know who he is. Like I said, he is currently working with James Aranis. So he let that information out during the match. He was commentating the match, Donnie Mills and Chen Semin, and he was able to let that information out. And notably, he's spent many time with Karen Kaur, and I have absolutely learned so much from him.
I mean, how dangerous is that? As good as Aranis is, and he's still getting sharpened.
Well,
like, that's crazy.
The knowledge of Chip Klein is literally second to none. And what I mean by that is because he is literally the scientist of the game.
Oh, that's who you were talking about yesterday. That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
he is taken into the physics. The way that his mind works reminds me of like a beautiful mind. He just is so knowledgeable when it comes to the game. Now, he's taken some time off where he hasn't played in a long time, but there was some time back in 2000 where he was the top of the Predator Tour, and that was when Schuff and Kevin played on that tour, and Wilkie and all those guys, and he beat them all. Matter of fact, he's beat Darren Appleton in the U.S. Open many years ago. And
He does have a great resume.
yeah, he is very, very accomplished. But he was a road player back then, so he was very used to keeping everything low key. We've had numerous
You
conversations.
don't want to get it out in the open.
Yeah, that he wanted to not be known. But since then, some different things have. Oh, we got lucky there. Have happened, and now he's just he's out teaching people.
I mean, I think that's what it takes, man. It takes people who are going to be willing to give back to the sport and not just take from it in order for things to get to a different condition here in the States. And so definitely have a lot of respect for anybody who's putting their time and energy into giving back.
So he is he's even gone as far as to test every single shaft out there.
What a shot.
So he actually can tell you what the best shaft is to play with, and you'll be shocked to know it's actually the Players HXT shaft. It's like a $120 shaft, and he said it has the perfect amount of low deflection, and in his teaching, he teaches you how to use the deflection in the shaft to pocket balls. And some of the shots that he has knowledge, some of the shots that he's shown me are just unbelievable, things that you would never think that you could make, and then you make them based off of using the physics that he teaches you. So a little bit in the beginning, obviously my game took a little bit of a hit because I was trying to, it was like I was in the Matrix. I had just swallowed the pill.
Unlearn all your current habits.
And it is a mind-blowing, type of thing when you're dealing with him. And he's just such a super nice guy. And then right after that, it was probably about 6 months after that, my game had hiked up a couple levels.
Yeah, see, I'm getting to a point now to where I feel like I need to devote some time with somebody who can watch me and correct me, because I feel like I'm starting to hit a little bit of a ceiling on being able to help myself, because I'm getting to a point to where I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I know there's issues with my mechanics. I'm just not sure how to fix it. And everybody can say, oh, do this stroke drill or that stroke drill, but I mean, I feel like it's not as powerful as somebody being able to watch you and correct you in the moment and say, hey, you didn't think you were doing this, but this is actually what you did, or film it and go back and watch it yourself. But then I still need to know what I'm looking for.
Well, he's a big believer in backhand English, fronthand English. A lot of players out there may not know what it is. Some players use it and they don't know that they're using it. But all the shots, you'll see him. He uses the whole entire system, and actually the kicking system that I learned directly from Chip. So he's got a kicking and a banking system and an aiming system. He uses something called Greenleaf aiming system.
It's an interesting name.
Well, it's actually from the great pool player back in the day, Greenleaf.
Kenny gets out of that rack with no issues. Bringing it within one.
He's shooting. This is probably the best I've seen Kenny shoot in a non-gambling match.
Now, is it just a mental thing with Kenny on why his tournament speed is so different than his gambling speed, or is it just because since it's not big money that he's playing for, he just doesn't take it as serious?
I often think there's a lot of things that are involved in it. One of it can be that sometimes, when you play for $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, sometimes it's hard to get up for a tournament, and try to get to that speed of play. But I think a lot of it is if you stall a lot, to try to get people to gamble with you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you stall, you can't turn it on when you need to.
Yeah.
And I've seen that happen, numerous times. And a lot of it has to do with the draw. There's many factors that come into, how far a player can get in a tournament. You have to get a good draw, or if you're getting a draw where you're playing monsters, you're going to play well enough to beat all those guys. So there's tons of things that have happened probably that have caused him not to play great at times. But with that said, he's obviously in the top 4 of the winner's side now, and so he's been playing very well.
Well, I've been hearing him make a lot of comments over the last 6 months to a year about wanting to improve his tournament placings. And what we're seeing from him today is definitely better than what we've seen in the past. And it's so much more of a marathon, and you're not playing the same person for a long time, so you don't really get to learn your opponent and push his buttons and leave him shots you've recognized that are a struggle or a pain point for him or something like that.
So Chip's going to have a ball down here on the break. He'll have a shot at the 2. Here's a look at it. Now, he's got a couple different options here. There's 7 balls down there, but I don't know if he's going to want to go for it. Obviously, he's going to want to play it safe here. Oh, he tried to go for it and get the 2 ball out of there, and that's going to be no good from there.
You know what I noticed on that shot? He was looking at the cue ball or the 2 ball when he struck it. Or sorry, the cue ball, not the 2 ball when he struck it.
Yeah, and so the reason why he does that is because he teaches you to find the spot on your object ball. So once you find your spot on the object ball and you're on the cue ball, you can adjust your English on the ball because you're already on the spot. So literally once you find it, you never have to look at it again, according to to the teachings that he has. And it's true. I could show you a couple things that he showed me. It's
I'd definitely be interested.
It's phenomenal.
I used to when I was a lot newer to the game, I always used to look at the cue ball whenever I actually struck the ball, and then somebody a while back ago instructed me to switch it. I did. My game elevated a lot since then. After struggling for a little while, it's like I had to learn how to do that.
Well, most pro players are in that similar situation. So, you eye up the cue ball. Most of them eye up the cue ball first, and then right before you stroke, your sight transfers to the object ball, where the spot is that you want to hit it. And, lots of people do it that way, so they're not wrong. But there is certain situations where you just don't necessarily need to do that. And he's okay here. Probably would have liked to play that in the side, but now he's gonna have the little close cut up for the corner, but he should be all right here. Yeah.
Gets it done.
3-3.
Tying it up.
So I just wanted to thank you for the few people that sent donations.
Absolutely.
When I got up earlier, I was taking a look at Andy Lincoln. If you're still watching, appreciate your donation. Thanks for sending over. And if you're enjoying the stream, obviously we're going out of our minds sometimes here with the internet connection. So it's not something that we have control over. We do sincerely apologize. But if you are enjoying the stream and you're enjoying the commentary, you're on Twitch, hit that donate button, or you can go to PayPal and shoot over some love at sales@bsncoverage.com. Any amount is fine. No amount is too small. It just helps us continue to keep the stream free for everybody who's watching, and that way we never have to do pay-per-view, because it's not what we want to do. We keep it free for the fans. Del Sim, man, some other matches. Del Sim is holding on here. He did well last time he was here on the big table tournament. I think he finished 4th place. And he's had a couple nail biters, and he had another one against Tom Zippler. He wins Hill 7-6, so Zippler's out. And Dell moves on. Of course, Scott Haas 7-5 over Brian Jones, and Scott is currently in a match with Wilkie. Bobby Pacheco 7-2 over Loy. Holy cow, Bobby's shooting well. And of course, Chip Klein just won his match, Hill, to get to the Final Four here against the Russian. So we're getting down there, Josh.
Are we? Did I hear that right earlier? We're down to the Final Four?
Final Four on the winner's side, we're down to right now. So this match right now is one of the 2 of the Final Four. The other 2 are Brandon Schuff and Justin Martin, so we'll see them next on the TV table. And, of course, if you want to follow the brackets, you can go to On the Hill Productions Facebook page. They have the bracket listed right there. So he's jacking up a little bit here. Nice shot there by Chip Klein.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
That was really good angle to see how he aims. He found his point that he wanted to hit, and then he adjusted on the cue ball. Can't really say enough great things about this guy. I know I sound like a fanboy, but
I mean, it sounds like he deserves it.
yeah, I mean, I spent, and when I say that I've spent 4 or 5 sessions with him, I mean, I've spent 4 or 5 sessions that are like 5 or 6 hours long with him. So, and we have talked through text messages and on the phone and in person in depth. So, I mean, I've got a really good understanding of him and, you know, the type of person he is. So, just another great guy for pool, you know, and you're happy to see that.
Now, it looked like he missed that badly, but with where the cue ball landed, I don't know that he was actually planning to do something with that. Kenny misses the 5 on the way out, but gets it on the way in, so that worked out. Not giving a ball a hand, but might as well have.
He almost made it in the pocket.
How crazy would that have been? Accidentally come around 4 rails.
Yeah. With no shape on the 6. So let's see if we can get a view here of him. This is not a good view for him, but because he's already eyed up on it, comes through around pretty simple.
Yeah, and he shot that left-handed too.
Yeah, I think that's why I overhit it. Oh, he slides it in there perfectly. What a shot there by Chip Klein. Just screws the cue ball back for the 9. And even though the Russian ties it up, Chip's able to extend his lead. And Del Sim continues to make some noise here. 7-5 winner over Brett Stottlemyre. So Brett is out, if you're following at home, and Dell continues to move on. We've seen this happen before while he's here. when he gets to playing, he's in dead gear, Josh.
That's what it seems like. I mean, he's putting people out left and right now.
He's sending them. He's
Sending
not
them
only is
home.
he the Highlander, but he's the executioner right now, sending everybody packing. Not to their death, literally, guys. Chip Klein to break.
Looks like this rack is primed for Kenny to do some damage.
Everything's wide open. He missed the wing ball there, so now even worse. You got a 2-9. He's not going to go that way. Kenny's actually shooting really well right now. So
Yeah, he is.
he's when he's stroking like this, he's just going to try to run out every time. And it really is a testament to him as well, because we know, that he really is big-time gambler. And he's making his presence known here in the tournament. So, looks like he's going to... That ball on the 4 ball is going to go by the 9, especially in this big pocket. It was a good shot. He nips the 8, but he still gets in good shape. He's got an angle here on the 5.
Yeah, that could have went south rubbing that 8 ball there, but he hit it thin enough that it ended up not damaging him at all.
Now look at this shot. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was great.
And he didn't want to come short side, so... Whoa. This is a little too hard, unless he nudges it. Oh, man, he's got it going his way this time, doesn't he?
2 favorable nudges, looking good.
Wow. He's hanging tough here with Chip Klein. You can just tell he's feeling good out there because he's fluid, moving around.
I was going to say his pace, everything is just, it's rhythmic right now. It's great.
All knotted up here at 4. And the Russian is going to take a break.
Do we know who the winner is going to be playing?
Yeah, winner of this match here will play the winner of Brandon Schuff and Justin Martin. And those two will be playing for the hot seat. So they're on a quick break. Just hang tight, guys. Russian is back. Oh, no, man, I've said nothing but great things. Well, Chip coming over, giving me a little pep talk. He said, don't make fun of my position play on there. I said, I'm saying all good things about you. I actually made a shirt for Chip a while back. I wish he was wearing it. I forget what it says on there. God, what is his nickname? I don't know. I have to think about it.
needed a bigger nudge.
Yeah, everything becomes magnified now, right, Josh? I mean, 4-4, everything's tied up. I mean, you don't want to make too many mistakes.
Well, this is the middle of the match where it's where Rick was talking about yesterday. We had those conversations about won or loss in the middle of the set, and we are basically right in the middle.
The lone gunman, that's what it was. Chip Klein, the lone gunman.
He just whacked at this ball.
Well, at least he hits it.
Look, he might get a... No, he doesn't.
Matter of fact, 6-time world champion Karen Core, this is what she had to say about Chip. She said, "Thank you, Chip, for your support and help. You have such knowledge of the game. I've learned so much. Your stuff really works." So, I mean, that's a testament from one of the best professional lady pool players of all time.
So he makes it 2, but he snuggles up really close to the 5 ball here. He's going to have to bridge over the top of this. And the cue ball is... He doesn't have to do anything special with the cue ball, though, if he doesn't mind taking the cut on the 5. He tried to power that. So Kenny has been gifted another chance at the table here. Man, he really tried to force that in the side pocket and then force follow the cue ball back up and down the table. That was tough. So Kenny drains the 3 ball here. Gets straight in on the 5 and on the rail. He looks around. He takes a quick look around the room like, oh my goodness, what's happening? So... can you tell if that 6 goes by the 7?
Yeah, from here it looks like it just passes. And with these huge pockets, I'd have to say that you could cheat it a little bit, and it definitely would go anyway. So Kenny obviously thinks it goes by as well. So the thing with cheating pockets, though, you have to make sure the speed is correct. But it went by no problem. Wow. God, he drilled that.
I'm assuming that Kevin and Dylan's match is over. It looks like they're discussing a couple different shots. And they just hugged it out. So I wonder who won.
We'll get the scorecard here soon. We'll see if we get any inclination from over here of who finished on top.
So what was looking like it was going to be a devastating rack to Kenny after making a positional error from the 1 to the 2. He hit it great, just the speed was just a little bit off, which changed the angle, and then he nudges the 8 ball, gets hooked, takes a whack at the 2 ball. Chip has an opportunity to do something and ends up, table gets turned back over to Kenny and he gets out. So now Kenny's going to be taking a 1 rack lead. And we're past the halfway point. Looks like we got a ton of new followers on Twitch. Thank you guys for tuning in and making an account, deciding to follow the channel. If you haven't already done so, I recommend you guys do that. Makes it a lot easier to be notified whenever we have new coverage coming to you live. You can also view past broadcasts on Twitch. It makes the experience overall a lot better for yourself if you go ahead and make you an account. You also have the ability to download the Twitch or YouTube app directly on your phone, TV, iPad, whatever your device is that you're watching on. We've had a lot of pictures sent to us of people blasting it up on projectors or big screens. They even had it up on the big projector at Brews and Q's on the Boulevard, so that had to be a fun experience. Tell you what, Jake, next time I'll let you run the stream and I'll just go watch it on the big screen.
At Brews.
I'll Skype in the commentate over the phone.
That's great.
Looks like he got the 6 ball down on the break.
Looks like Kevin's walking back with the score sheet, so we'll try to get you the score here soon, but looks like Kevin West over Dylan Spoor, so Dylan is out.
So it wasn't a bad shot there. He goes for the bank, sends the cue ball down table. It was almost a 2-way. If anything, he did leave Kenny tough. So Kenny's going to return the favor. Might have left him a window.
Kevin West, Jeff Ball, table 8.
No, he just tried to,
It's close.
just get around it. He's definitely not over there anymore.
All right.
All right. So, Rudman back at the table. Just a little bit of a miss there by Chip Klein. So he's got a shot there on a 3 ball. Four ball in a little bit of a weird spot given the angle that he has here, so he's going to have to I was going to say he was going to have to get there, but he didn't quite get there. So he tries to just nudge it and play safe, but he really comes out too far. And so he's going to leave a shot here for Chip. And look at that stroke by the mad genius himself. So he's going to take a look here.
Left-handed.
Yeah. Ambidextrous, doesn't quite get there, but that's okay. If he just misses the 9 ball, which it looks like he will, he'll have a nice angle to get out here for the 8 ball. 2 rails. 3 rails, 4. Holy cow, what a shot by Chip. Just kind of we were talking about earlier about how it's better to never soft play the balls, you know. Needs this one to slow up though.
Uh-oh.
Hold on now.
Let's see the bank skills. Actually,
He overruns this a little bit, but now this is a shot where if he doesn't want to take on the smart shot here is to try to cut this to the side. Because then the cue ball will come naturally back down to the center and leave it long on the rail.
yeah, if he ends up missing it. Nice. It's good out.
Great out there by Chip.
He had to work a little harder for that 9 ball than he wanted to, but he gets it.
So a lot of back and forth. This is exciting. 5-5. So happy to see Chip Klein playing. See if he's able to. I'd love to get an interview with him.
Oh, that would be amazing.
So only if he wins. So I
Oh,
always
yeah.
feel bad about pulling people in after they lose because they don't want to talk to anybody.
So why don't you relive everything that just happened
Yeah.
to you in detail for the entire world?
So how did you feel about butchering the 9-ball right into the rail? Nobody wants to hear that.
That's awesome.
If it was me, I would just get up right from the interview and leave.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be like, I'm done.
No, I changed my mind.
Right.
Abort mission.
But close match here. It's a race to 2 for both players. No fingering the 1.
I think you're allowed to if you leave the rack.
Yeah,
On the
right,
balls?
exactly. The rack has got to be the last thing that touches the balls. So I think you're correct there. Oh, wow. Bobby Pacheco over Brandon Sluzales.
Ooh.
6-ball down and a shot on the 1. 7-2. So that means Sluzales is out. And wow, what a nail biter. I know a lot of people were asking about Dylan Spore's match. Kevin West just edged him out 7-6. So
It was a good showing by Dylan.
yeah, for sure. He's always in the mix, and he's a young kid, so he's got many years of playing great and to come in his own. I mean,
That was a good shot there. That was great speed control by the Russian.
the Russian.
So he's on the wrong side of this 5-ball here.
Yeah, he can actually go into this rail here with a little bit of right-hand English and come down for the 7. Look how good he hits this.
Yeah, it recovered very nice. Very nicely.
So, a lot of back and forth here between these guys. 8-ball just sitting in the side pocket. So,
Looking good.
yeah, he's definitely in stroke here.
This 9-ball will put Kenny on the hill first.
Six to 5. They're just trading back-to-back racks is what's happening.
Yeah, they
here.
are. They're just up there swapping punches. So Andrew on YouTube, I want to share my thoughts on something for you. You've commented several times today, talking about the pros being in these events and how it could be a negative thing for the amateurs. And I really just the reason that I want to comment on that is because there's probably other people out there who may feel the same way. And I mean, really, just the way that you got to look at it is there are amateur sanctioned events. If you don't want to play pros and you want to play people that are your speed and your skill level, there's handicapped events and there's also non-open events where pros aren't allowed to play. And so I don't think that it actually damages the scene whatsoever. These players come to these events with the hope of playing players that are going to outskill them. That way they can learn something. So it's not ruining anything, for the amateur players or anything like that. Because if you're worried about playing somebody who's too many speeds ahead of you, then you just have to be selective in what events you play. They're out there. There's plenty of them out there.
Plus, this is an open tournament.
Yeah, the whole point of this event is to have a mixture of pros and amateurs. It's not supposed to be an amateur event. So I just wanted to clear that up for you, Andrew. You seem pretty passionate about that since you brought it up a few times today, and I wanted to be able to share that perspective because, like I said, there's probably other people out there who may feel similarly to that. So hopefully that sheds a new light on things for you. Ooh, that 1-ball thought about not going down. So the one ball goes down, but this cue ball just rolled way too far on him. So looks like Chip's grabbing the jumper here. He's going to have a very precise landing with this cue ball if he wants to be successful. The good thing is he is checking out this 2-4-3, and he's double checking to see where his danger zone is, because that cue ball can come off this top of that too and go towards the corner pocket. So he just identified his dangers. Let's see what he does.
He just misses the 3. But look at this.
He just missed the scratch too. It's a good thing his tangent line stayed true.
And he's got the 2 ball. Snookered behind the 7, I think. Kenny can see the edge though. And he can't, he just fires it down. And look at this, he tries to put him on the back of the 5 ball.
He almost had it.
But it leaks out.
You gotta love it when you're deep in a tournament like this, and both players still have enough respect for the game and each other to be able to, talk and joke and be happy even if something doesn't go perfect for them. So we see Chip making sure he's playing precise with where the 4 ball lies. He's gonna have to give himself.
Yeah, he needs to get out here with the 3 being where it's at. He can nip it and make it. Obviously, you like to get back a little bit further, but don't force it. You don't have to force the 2 here. And that's what he did. He tried to force the 2 right in. But look at this again. 6 ball gets right in the way. So always frustrating as a player when you inadvertently get hooked. Oh, and he scratches. That's no good. 6 ball down.
And he put the 2 in a spot to be able to break the 4 out.
Yeah,
that could be catastrophic.
This is a good spot here. And see, you can tell, you see him looking at it, and he is well versed in the tangent lines, Chip here. So, I mean, he's even taught me how to play kick safeties and how to know where the cue ball is going to go. So what he wants to do here is he wants to see if there's a line where he can hit this and open it up and still have a shot on the 3. But he's got to be careful because he doesn't want the forward ball to tie up on the orange 5.
Yep.
So he just needs to think if this is something that he wants to do. And you can see him putting it in position to possibly break it out. So if I had to guess here, he's probably going to nudge the top part of the 9 ball.
Yeah, that's what he was looking at. As long as he doesn't, as long as it's just a little tickle. 5 ball, that's exactly what you talked about. And he looked at it, he saw it, he knew that was a chance.
Yeah, he hit it as hard as he did because he was hoping that 4 ball would just come out a little bit further past the 5.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And like I said, where the 3 is now, even though it's set to the one side of the pocket, it's still makeable.
He might even make the 4 off the. If he comes across the top of the 5, he's going to make a 2 for here.
He's going to use some inside English and push this ball right into the rail and break it out. Good
nice
shot.
Recovery. Great recovery.
Excellent shot. Perfect shot there by Chip. Just stop the cue ball right here if you want. Play the 9 in the corner. You don't have to go crazy. Just rolls it up to extend the angle, make it a little bit easier for him.
Hill, hill.
Yeah, hill. Great match. They're trading blows back and forth. But it'll all be in the Russian's hands as he will break on the hill for win.
Del Sim swinging by the booth, celebrating the hill match we're getting the pleasure of watching here. He's still fighting his way through it. I told him whenever I stood up and got a drink earlier, I told him, I was like, man, you're just putting down left and right. I feel like every time a sheet gets handed to us, it's just somebody else you eliminated.
Yeah, it's like Del wins here, Del wins here. I'm like, whoa. So, congratulations to him.
Wing ball. 2 ball.
Wow.
Look at this 1 ball's going to lay pretty
He's gonna
for
get
him.
a shot. Look. Oh, man.
Oh, it was looking like it was about to be so much easier than what it is, but it's still going to be okay here. We got the 2 ball down. We got the 4 ball down.
Pockets the 1.
Watch out, 9 ball.
Yeah, he definitely did not want to do that, Josh.
Oh, he might be okay. I can't tell. We didn't get the hand flip. That's the universal I just did that sign.
Jeez, he got enough. You know, he had perfect amount of space to get there. But now it's getting harder.
It's just a little bit out of position still here. Now he's in perfect line here.
Oh, yeah. Man, he's just feeling it. He would have liked to come a little bit further. Wow,
Look at
great
that.
cut. Yeah, he tells him. He says, get home. Russian Kenny's going to be playing for the hot seat, folks.
What a showing.